Okay, this is your full follow along CARS routine. Most of these will be done in the standing position. Some will be down on the floor. Let's go ahead and get started. Palms forward, squeeze tight fists, chest up, shoulders back. Take a deep breath in to pack breath into the belly. Brace and irradiate tension. Slowly dropping your chin down towards your chest. Scrape your chin over to the right, ear to shoulder, extending your neck back and around. Ear to left shoulder. Chin down and neutral, reverse, chin to the left, ear to shoulder, extend your neck back and around, expanding each time, chin down and neutral. Number 2, chin to the right, ear to shoulder, extend your neck back and around, ear to left shoulder, chin down and neutral, chin to the left, ear to shoulder, extend and rotate, ear to shoulder, chin down and neutral. Last rep each side. Chin to the right, ear to shoulder, extending back and around. Ear to left shoulder, chin down and neutral, and reverse. Chin to the left, ear to shoulder, extending and rotating. Ear to shoulder, chin down and neutral. Hands to your side. Squeeze your hands to your legs. Shoulders up towards your ears. Squeeze the shoulders back and reach your fingertips down towards the floor. Shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Shoulders forward, up, biggest circle you can make, back and down, keeping your hands in place other than up and down. Shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Reverse the direction, go up, forward, down, and back. Up, forward, down, and back. Up, forward, down, and back. We're going to move into spine next. And I'm going to have you go really wide with your feet if possible. This will allow you to help stabilize your pelvis a little bit more. Arms are going to cross over your chest, squeeze tight fists, and squeeze your arms to your chest as much as you can. Soft bend in your knees and squeeze the legs towards each other to engage your inner thighs. Flex into the upper spine as much as you can without pushing your hips back behind you. And then we're going to twist to the right as far as you can without letting that left hip come with you. Side bend into that right rib cage, lifting through your chest as you rotate all the way over to the other side. Flex forward and back to neutral, twisting to the left. Side bend into that left rib cage, lifting and extending without pushing your hips forward, without arching into the low back. Side bend, flex forward, and neutral. Twisting back to the right. Side bend, lifting through the chest, rotating, finding your end range of motion, flexing forward and neutral. Twisting to the left, side bend, lift and rotate. Flex forward and back to neutral. Last one, twist to the right, side bend, watch that those hips aren't moving with you, rotating to the left, flex forward and neutral, and twist to the left, side bend, lifting through the chest, rotating over to the other side, flex forward and neutral, and unwind the spine. We're gonna go ahead and come forward with your left foot, right foot back, and we're going to do our right arm first. So let's cross our left arm over our chest, holding onto that rib cage, palm forward with your right hand. And you're going to adduct that arm all the way across the body, keeping your shoulders and hips square, reaching up into shoulder flexion, rotating deep in the shoulder joint as you reach and internally rotate that shoulder back, thumb up towards the ceiling, and then back of the hand will reverse down to the hip. Up towards the ceiling with the thumb, and then unwinding the shoulder as you come all the way up into shoulder flexion, adducting the arm across the body and all the way back down. Number 2, bringing it all the way across and up into shoulder flexion, holding the ribs down, rotating in the shoulder joint, an internal rotation, and back of the hand to the hip. Extend the shoulder, internally rotated. Bring it out and around as you move all the way into external rotation and shoulder flexion, and adduct across. We've got one more. Bring the arm all the way up and across, thumb next to your ear, rotating back, thumb up towards the ceiling, and reverse. Thumb goes up, out and around, all the way up towards the ceiling, palm up and back down. Switching sides, we'll go right foot forward, right arm across your body, left palm forward. Adduct that arm across the body, go all the way up, thumb reaches back, rotating deep in that shoulder joint as you bring the thumb up towards the ceiling, and reverse directions. Thumb goes up, out and around, all the way up towards the ceiling, palm up and all the way back down. Bringing the arm all the way up across as tightly as you can, pushing that thumb back, rotating as you reach. Nothing changes anywhere else in the body. So we're being honest about our range of motion at the joint we are focusing on. Palm up, all the way across and back down. We have one more. Adduct the shoulder. Flex into the shoulder. Internally rotate as you reach back, extending, and then reverse. Extend, externally rotate as you bring it around into flexion, palm up, and all the way back down. We'll go feet back to hips distance, arms down by your side, moving into the elbow joint. Slide your elbows slightly forward of your rib cage and squeeze in. Turning and supinating those palms, so rotating those hands out as much as you can, and then keep the shoulders back. Notice that you're not rounding the shoulders forward here. And continue to squeeze those pinkies up as you squeeze that thick air and pull those hands all the way up towards your shoulders, deepening the elbow crease. Pronate to push the palms away from you and press the hands all the way back down to start. Supinate at the bottom, pull those hands all the way up. Pronate and press all the way back down. One more in this direction. Supinate, squeeze all the way up into your deep elbow crease. Pronate and press the hands away from you. Stay turned in. Pull the back of the hands all the way up. Supinate and extend in the elbow joint. Pronate the hands without rolling your upper arms in. Pull the hands all the way up. Supinate and press the hands all the way back down. Last one. Pronate. Pull the hands all the way up, deep in the elbow crease. Supinate and press all the way back down. Bring your elbows right by your side with the elbows bent to 90. And let's go open fists. They're open hands. And you're going to deviate the pinkies in towards each other. Extend the wrists down. Rotate out through the thumb without rolling your forearms in. And then keeping a straight palm as you flex the wrists. Rotating in with the pinky. Extending down. Rotate out. And flex. Nothing changing in the forearm. Continue. And if you feel like you're really having a challenging time keeping those forearms facing the ceiling, you can do one hand at a time and stabilize with the opposite hand. Switch directions. Thumbs go out. So you would hold on with one hand just like this, not letting that arm move. Thumbs go out, pinkies down, and flex. Last one. Thumbs out, fingers down, pinkies in, and flex. We are going to come down onto our hands and knees for hips. So if hands and knees is challenging for you, I do like to do them here, but if this is challenging, you can do this on your side. Excuse me, Mary Kate. And you would place a pillow or block underneath your head, hands clasped, and do your hips in this position. So that's a great option. Otherwise, hands and knees. Hands under your shoulders, knees beneath your hips, pack those shoulders down. Keeping those feet flexed, you're going to bring that right knee in towards your chest without rounding the back. And then abduct that leg up towards the ceiling. Kick the heel up as you rotate that knee all the way around and back through. So nothing changes in the spine here. Nothing changes in the pelvis. We're just working that femur in the hip socket. One more all the way around, knee to chest, out to the side. Heel up towards the ceiling and all the way back down. Reverse directions. Pretend you have a tennis ball behind your knee, so you're squeezing that knee deeply. Knee to chest and all the way back up. No arching in the back when we extend that hip up, out and around, and all the way back through. Last one, heel goes up, out and around, knee to chest, and back down. Other side. Knee in towards your chest, up towards the ceiling, hip extension, keeping a tennis ball behind your knee, all the way back through, knee to chest, abduct, in towards the ceiling, and back down. Last one, flexing at the hip, abduct, internally rotate as you bring the heel up, and back down. Reverse directions. Heel goes up, out and around with the knee, all the way back in. Heel towards the ceiling, no arch in the back. Out and around, deep into that hip crease, no rounding. Last one, heel goes up, out and around, knee to chest, and rest. Good. Come around to a seated position for knees. You can also do this standing, but it's a little bit more challenging in a standing position. So we're going to take our right arm, hook it underneath our left leg. Right arm, hook it underneath your right leg. And then we're going to stabilize the inside of the knee. If this is uncomfortable, you can do this with your leg out. You can also do this seated in a chair. So you're going to stabilize that inside of the knee, flex the foot. We're looking at rotation of our tibia and femur sitting on each other like this. So subtle internal and external rotation. So externally rotate that right foot. Extend the knee, does not have to straighten all the way. Do not actually straighten it all the way. Internally rotate and flex, finding end range of motion. Externally rotate, extend, internally rotate, and flex. One more. Externally rotate, extend, internally rotate, and flex. Stay turned in, extend, externally rotate, and flex. Internally rotate, extend, externally rotate, and flex. Last one, internally rotate, extend, externally rotate, and flex. Switch sides, hook underneath the left leg, flex the foot, externally rotate, extend, internally rotate, flex. Externally rotate, extend, internally rotate, flex. Last one, external, extend, internal, and flex. Stay turned in, extend, externally rotate, flex, internally rotate, extend, externally rotate, flex. Last one, internal, extend, external, and flex. Go back to the right side. This time we're going to stabilize the front of the shin rather than the inner knee so that that shin can't move. Flex the foot. We're going to go out clockwise. So you're going to reach out to the side, point down through the toes, get those toes involved, scooping the toes around, and then dorsiflexing the foot. Out to the side, pointing down, find your 1 mile an hour, scoop around, and flex. Last one, pushing your end range, moving slowly through those shaky spots, trying to smooth it out, pointing down, and flex. Reverse the direction, so counterclockwise. Point down, around, and flex. Reaching in, pointing down. Try not to speed up too quick through this. Last one, reaching down, scoop it around, and flex. Other side. So hooking under that left leg, stabilize the front of the shin, dorsiflex the foot. And we're going to go out counterclockwise, pointing down, scoop around, and flex. Out to the side, pointing down, scoop, and flex. Last one, out, point down, around, and flex. Switching directions, in, push down, get those toes involved, pulling the toes up, reach in, point down, around, and flex. Last one, in, point down, around, and flex. And we're going to do toe cars. Excuse you. And we're going to place our feet flat. So this one you can also do, let's actually do this one standing. So we're going to come up to standing, feet hips distance apart, ground down through your base of your big toe, base of your pinky toe, and your heel. Spread the toes wide, arms behind you, just so that those hands don't try to do some work. And then ground down through that tripod of your feet. Press the outer 4 toes down, lift your big toes up without rolling your feet and ankles out. And then press back down. Lift your big toes up without rolling your feet and back down. Lift your big toes up as high as you can and back down. Keep your big toes down. Lift your 4 toes up without rolling your ankles in and back down. Lift your 4 toes up and back down. Last one, lifting the 4 toes up, max effort, and back down. Lift all 10 toes up. You're going to tap just the big toe, pushing down and lift. Tap the big toe and lift. Last one, tap the big toe, push down and lift. Now tap the 4 toes, and lift. Outer 4 toes, press them down and lift. Last one, outer 4 toes and lift. Now spread your toes wide. Reach out with your pinky toe. Tap the pinky toe down. 4th toe, 3rd toe, 2nd toe, big toe. Lift the toes, spread wide. Pinky toe, 4th toe, 3rd toe, 2nd toe, big toe. Last one, lift, spread wide. Pinky, 4th toe, 3rd toe, 2nd toe, and big toe. We have one more. We're going to do spinal segmentation. So we're going to come onto our hands and knees here. You can also do this one on your back, segmenting from the back and moving up into a hip bridge position. That can give you a little more sensation of working against the floor rather than working against an imaginary fingers crawling along your spine. So shoulders away from the ears, pull the belly and ribs up, and let's start in a big back extension, extending your chest forward, extending into every vertebrae. So this is global extension, so every vertebrae moving together. And then you're going to start from your tailbone and you're going to scoop your belly in, tilting the pelvis and rounding from your low back one vertebrae at a time to your lower thoracic spine, your mid-thoracic spine. I don't know if you heard that crack in my back or not. Upper thoracic spine, and then cervical spine, tucking that chin in, big flexion. Tilting that tailbone back, extending into the low back. We're staying rounded in that upper back as best you can. You can't mess this up. Do what you can. Moving into that lower thoracic, mid-thoracic, upper thoracic, and cervical spine. Good. We're going to start from the head. You're going to tuck your chin in, and you're going to press that cervical spine up, rounding into your thoracic spine, all the way down to your lower thoracic and into your lumbar spine. Big global flexion. Pull the belly in, and then again from the head, lifting the head, dropping that cervical spine down, dropping into your upper thoracic, and it's much more challenging going this direction. Mid-thoracic, lower thoracic, lumbar spine. Good. Big breath in. And exhale, press the ground away. Round your upper back. Let's do one more global extension. Inhale. And full flexion. Exhale, pull the belly in. Good. Untuck the toes, walk your hands back. And that is your full follow along CARS routine in a standing position.